Back on the KX100, I'm cleaning up cases, putting in a new bearing in one of the cases, and then I'm also installing crankshaft seals. The 112 I'll be going back together with shortly. The 100, I found that bad countershaft bearing. Gonna put that in here in just a second. I got the bearing in the freezer. We're gonna heat up the case with the heat gun. And then I did kind of lap the case half a little bit with sandpaper. Installed a new crankshaft seal. I had a Tusk oil seal kit. I can put a link to that in the description. I'll give you a few ideas and tips and tricks for putting those seals in, guys. So with the crankshaft seal, you can see this is the spring side that's going to face towards the crank or the inside of the engine to the middle. When you install them, just find a socket that fits just the outer diameter of the seal, but fits in the bore of the case half. I put Moto Seal on the seal on the outside. A little bit, just a fine film of it. And then I drive it in. That takes up any imperfections between the case and the outside diameter of the crankshaft seal. Here's what it looks like on the other side. You want to drive it until it touches those three bosses on the stator side of the case. And then we'll always grease the inner lip of the seal with some good grease of your choice. We have everything else cleaned up. This is where the crankshaft bearing is going to go. Case half is all cleaned up. That's where our countershaft bearing is going to go. So we're going to install that next. And then this case half will be done. We have to work on the other half yet, get that all cleaned up. The case splitter worked wonders getting the case apart, guys. I'll throw a picture in the video so you can see the case splitter all hooked up. Worked great. You're probably going to want to invest in one of those for a job like this, guys. You will beat those cases to no end, and they will not come. So you're going to want to get the case splitter. Amazon has them pretty cheap. They're like a Tusk knockoff. So highly recommend getting a case splitter for this job, especially if you're going to do any 85s, 100s, or 112s. That being said, we're going to get that bearing out of the freezer, heat up this case with the heat gun, and drive that sucker home. Here is our old bearing, guys. It actually did flush out okay. Spins fairly decent, but man, how gravelly it sounded when I took it apart. I'm sure that got a ton of grit in there, and it's just better to replace it. We can always keep it as an extra, as it is an OEM bearing. I found myself a socket that fits that diameter pretty good there. We'll just be careful when we drive it in. We got that. We got a hammer on standby. Now we just got to get the bearing, get this case heated up here. The lighting's probably going to go haywire, but see if we start that rag on fire or not. We'll get that bearing out of the freezer, start driving that thing in. We will let that cool down a little bit before we put Loctite on those screws and put those in. Should be looking good there. Yeah, bearing feels really good. A little bit of oil on it. There we go. The KX100 engine, bottom end, going back together. This is a 2021 model. A lot of similarities between these and the 112 and the 85. The transmission on the 100 here, I didn't notice any shims when I took it apart. Whether that's correct or not, I cannot confirm. I'd have to look at a part schematic just to make sure, but I didn't take any shims out or see any on the bottom of the shafts or on this side, so that's the way I have them in here. Shift forks are all in place. Mine is a number 40 on this one, a number 5 on the bottom one for these two. And then it has a letter B, I think, on this shift fork down there. So everything should spin freely if you have all the forks in correctly. I did put a little bit of oil on all that stuff, and then we just got to clean up the case half with some brake cleaner to get the surface nice and clean so we can put Yamabond when we go together. I have the crank put in on the right-hand side, case half. Everything's spinning okay there. I'm going to use some freeze spray. I'm going to freeze this bearing because the whole bearing came out on the crankshaft when I took this one apart. We're reusing the crank bearings they spin absolutely perfect. There's nothing wrong with them. So I flushed everything out and re-oiled the bearings, of course. Same with the lower rod bearing. I didn't really see anything wrong with that one. We have our left side case here, grease on the seal. The seal is driven in. We did replace that countershaft bearing there. Got some oil on all that stuff too. Got to clean this surface of the case half too. Don't forget your dowel pins here and here. So what we have to do is clean everything, glue on this half, put the case half on, and then use a case splitter or a crank puller to push the case halves together. Because of how tight these clearances are on these KX bikes, it's almost impossible to do the freeze and heat method on these. You have to use a case tool or a crank puller. So that's what this half of this, and then this other tool here. I have just a cheap Amazon version. I know Tusk makes a version of this as well. This is just a Chinese copy. We have our crankcase hardware and our vent tube here. And that should be everything we need to put this bottom end together, at least just the case halves. So we'll put blue Loctite on all the fasteners and get this thing put together here just a moment. Let's clean up all these cases and we'll get the Yamabond applied to it. Get a nice fresh tube of Yamabond 4. This stuff doesn't dry as fast as the Permatex Moto Seal. So I've been using the Yamabond on this application because the Permatex was drying way too fast for me. By the time I got it pressed down, the stuff was already tacked up, and that's no good in my opinion. I want it still kind of liquid state when they're touching, and they will cure after it's clamped together. The bearing, we're going to freeze that sucker again, I think. Get that thing a little colder. Got my heat gun here. I'm going to start heating the case a little bit. Alright, we're going to keep applying the bond here. Get her all spread apart here. Don't forget to put your crankcase vent tube in at this time. You can put it in afterward when the cases are together, but it's a lot more of a struggle, so I would recommend doing it when you're putting the case halves together. So we're going to dab on the bond here, and we'll freeze the bearing one more time, and hope we can get her on after that. My case is a little warm. Here is the Yamabond applied. Get that pushed down in there. Freeze that bearing once more. While she's still wet here. Tip her up and hope for the best. Okay. This piece. Thread this. Onto there. Slip our puller over the top. Okay. I'll start with just one piece of flat metal here. If I can get it there. Trying to work fast here, guys. Start. Okay. We're going. She's a going. Okay, so far I think. Getting there. We're getting there. Put an extra piece of metal in here now. That side. Crank her down a little more. Almost there. Alright, just about there, guys. Alright. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it seems to be down all the way. Nope, looks good. Okay. All right. Now, I need to get Loctite on these bolts here and start sending them in. We'll get these zipped down. Must be some crap in there. I thought these were all the same. Now, guys, would be a good time to take your brass hammer and whack on the end of the crank. Wow, that feels nice and smooth. Very nice. Pretty happy with how that turned out. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Just a couple light whacks. Just gets the crank, if there's any side load on it. Yeah, that feels really good. So that is it for now. I'm going to torque down the crankcase bolts to 80 inch-pounds. That is the torque spec for those. Make sure our transmission spins, which it does. Everything looks good there. So that is it for now. I will touch base with you when I get this crankcase situation all figured out, make sure all the bolts go in. I might have to clean out some threads yet, so we'll cross that bridge here in a second. Have the crankcase torqued 80 inch-pounds all the way around, got the bolts figured out. In terms of the threads, got those cleaned up a little bit, everything torqued up. Gasket maker seemed to squeeze out everywhere. I did oil the crank bearings through the oil holes and the lower rod bearing. The crankshaft turns over nice and smoothly. So that's one thing you want to check whenever you put a bottom end together. Make sure the bearings aren't side loaded. Make sure there's no bind spots in the crankshaft when you turn it over, and then obviously make sure your transmission turns freely. So this KX100 bottom end is done for now. We will start reassembling the right side with all the clutch and gear components and shifting mechanisms and everything like that. We will get that all figured out here shortly, and then we have to look at the 112 again. The bottom end's together, but I don't know, something's not quite copacetic with the crankshaft on that one. Something's a little funky. Maybe one of the bearings isn't seated properly, or something's going on there. So the 100 I'm more happy with how this bottom end went together. The 112 I'm still questionable. We did get the 112 cylinder all together, power valves cleaned and installed. So that's good. We have that aspect of it taken care of. So we just got to figure out the 112, and then we'll get cracking on the 85 KX also, get that thing hammered out, and then hopefully break them in and do some riding. So that will be it for now. We'll touch base when we get more progress done on the other motor.